All right, so in today's session, what we're going to do is we're continuing with hydrocarbons and molecules. And like all things, they take a little bit of time. Not much, actually. A couple of lessons and it starts feeling quite simple. Well, not simple. Wait, first time, it depends on exactly what you're looking at. So, what we're going to be looking at and what the key things, there are 7 key things we're going to look at today. One of them we've looked at a couple of times. What is a hydrocarbon? Get my teeth in. What is a hydrocarbon? A compound made of only carbon and hydrogen atoms. What are alkanes? And we've looked at alkanes, but I'm just going to do it again. It is a family of hydrocarbons where all the atoms, every single one, are joined by single bonds. Well, what's a single bond? It's a line like that. Alkenes, a family of hydrocarbons that contains at least one double bond between 2 carbon atoms. Well, what does that mean? It means I'm going to have 2 carbon atoms and only one double bond like this. Okie dokie. Saturated, a molecule that only has single bonds. That means alkanes, not alkenes. It is full and cannot hold more atoms. Unsaturated, a molecule that has a double bond, e.g., it's an alkene. So it's getting used to all these crazy languages terms that we use. It can open up and you can add more atoms. So what's a bond? It's a link that holds atoms together in a molecule. And this is organic chemistry, they're shown as single lines. That's it. Little sticks. And something completely different. Well, how can I tell the difference between an alkane and an alkene? You add bromine water. It's like this orange liquid. If you've got an alkane, all right, alkane, it will stay orange. So all you do is add bromine water. If it's an alkane, it will stay orange and it will look like that. If it's an alkene, it will become clear or colorless and the orange will disappear. All right. So this is an alkene. So bromine, water changes from orange to clear. So it just changes color and you go, oh, do you know what? I've got an alkene. All right. So let's just go through it one more time. But slightly more complex. Alkanes, a single family. They're the simplest hydrocarbons. They follow the rule for every n carbons, there are 2n plus 2 hydrogens. And I'll give you an example, because this is maths. Right? Now, so I would write it as CnH, 2n plus 2. Now, if someone says to me, ooh, I've got an alkane with 30 carbons. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means n equals 30. All right? So how many hydrogens has it got? So if n equals 30, it will be 2. 2n means 2 times n. Well, n is 30. 2 times 30, 60. Add 2, 62 hydrogens. Okie dokie. Now, the alkenes, the double bond family, they're more reactive than alkanes, and their rule, their general formula is CnH2n. All right. So again, if I had a carbon chain with 30 carbons, my rule to find the number of hydrogens is 2n, which means 2 times n. Well, we know what n is. It's 30, so 2 times 30. So the number of hydrogens in an alkene with 30 carbons would be 60. All right. Now, the smallest molecule you can have in the alkenes is ethene. The reason being, you've got to have 2 carbons to have a double bond. You cannot have a double bond between a carbon and a hydrogen, because hydrogens can only have a single bond. All right? Okay, I talked about the bromine test, but I'll mention it again. If you have an alkane and you add bromine water, it stays orange. You have an alkene, something with a double bond, and you add bromine water, it turns colourless. All right, and that's it. So you've got a set of work to do. Part of it is drawing, like here, number 4, drawing task. Draw a single carbon atom, 1, give it 4 arms, bonds, 1, 2, 3, 4, to show how many links it can make. There you go, it's done. If I wanted to draw it completely, that's just to show how many links it would make. Well, you could pop in your hydrogens and turn it into methane. Right? My elephant prefers bananas, and that's from last lesson. Okie dokie, that's the work you're doing, darlings. There it is. I'm going to stop the recording.